Welcome to Spaceverse, your portal to cosmic adventures. Could the gates of heaven have been discovered by NASA? An incredible image captured by the Hubble Space Telescope has recently been unveiled, which could decide the destiny of our species. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, has assembled an outstanding group of scientists, astronomers, and researchers since the first moon landing. These individuals have built unfathomably large spacecrafts that have explored our galaxy for decades, unveiling the secrets of the universe. Did the Hubble Space Telescope find paradise? Come with us as we explore the fascinating revelation of heaven made by the Hubble Space Telescope, an envisionment of paradise. Claiming to have been leaked from NASA's Hubble telescope, an unusual shot has reappeared. On December 26, 1994, scientists at the United States NASA headquarters were taken aback by the images taken by the Hubble telescope. The picture, when interpreted, curiously showed a huge white city floating in space. Due to their continued state of shock, the NASA team was unprepared for the unexpected public release of the Hubble web server and was unable to react quickly enough. So the pictures, which were previously only seen in secret astronomical labs, were made available to people all around the world. Very quickly, the pictures started making the rounds on the web. While the US government moved quickly to categorize and restrict the images in an effort to quell public unrest, a photographer at Ellington Airfield had already captured snapshots and was sharing an image that featured a breathtaking cosmic landscape replete with towers, pillars, caves, and what appeared to be man-made structures. A University of Florida professor named Ken Wilson used a handheld magnifier to examine one of the photos with a hazy area in greater depth. The professor found out that the haze had a peculiar shape during his examination. The distortion that was noticed could not have been caused by the diffraction of the telescope lenses, and the specialists at NASA were certain that there had been no mistake or interference in the transmission of the images from the Hubble to Earth. Following a hastily convened meeting, NASA officials resolved to return to the spot where the anomaly had been observed. To accomplish this, they set the Hubble telescope to its maximum resolution setting and focused its lenses on a very particular area of the night sky. The telescope finally managed to take a picture after a few anxious minutes. Quickly capturing the full focus of the assembled scientists, the image was projected onto a massive screen in the lab. It unsettled the spectators because the spot, which had been misty before, was suddenly clear. At the same time that it resembled a metropolis, it appeared to be a structure that generated its own light. This imagined metropolis resembled others built in the past or in the far future, according to the standard practices of speculative fiction. Beaming with an extraterrestrial light, the edifice stretched out into the infinite distance of space, covering kilometers upon kilometers. The City of God. A term bestowed upon this enigmatic metropolis was City of God. A lot of folks thought it was paradise. A NASA employee even went so far as to say that the city might be the dwelling place of the dead. But come on, these NASA scientists sound like they have some crazy ideas. Things that seem more like fiction than science are what they're attempting to persuade us of. Something intriguing was uncovered as researchers dug deeper into the Hubble telescope images. The metropolis wasn't still, it swung with the stars. Consistent with the laws of the cosmos, this movement proceeded in accordance with the Big Bang theory. The most interesting part, though, is about to happen now. Another aspect of the city's motion was observed by the scientists. Envision a large screen displaying a 3D model of distant regions of the universe. The cosmos was actually coming closer to us, not farther away. The planet seemed to be receding from the City of God, repositioning itself in the cosmos. A computer model was even employed to demonstrate the process by which galaxies recede from the urban area. The further they delve into this City of God, the more enigmatic and breathtaking it grows. Each piece, like a jigsaw, unveils a different cosmic secret. Additionally, it encourages us to think creatively and critically, which in turn keeps our interest in the unknown high. How NASA tried to keep the finding a secret. A lot of people think NASA tried to keep this incredible picture under wraps. Although the true motivation for this purported cover-up is not yet known, it does raise questions about why such a magnificent cosmic event could be hidden. The greatest significant scientific finding in history has remained undisclosed for fear of triggering a global panic, a concern that is both unfounded and nebulous. Confidentiality was maintained regarding the computer-enhanced photos. Interpreting the picture. The snapshot disproves the idea of natural formations when examined closely because of the complex intricacies it shows. A watchtower-like building as well as domes and towers can be made out. It seems like the picture is of a space metropolis with strange topography, which makes one wonder whether it really came from space. Equally around these buildings were celestial beings. Yep, celestial beings. The brilliant and intense hues led scientists to believe they had found a new star cluster. Nevertheless, it became immediately apparent that what they were actually seeing were highly realistic figurines. According to NASA, the angels have a vibrant orange way. Photographs of the 3-billion-year-old star cluster NGC 3532 accompanied accounts of a swarm of heavenly beings in flight. A clearer picture revealed that the angels were around 50 feet tall with wings and mist like halos. Astronomers had previously assumed that the strange transmissions were distorted due to an expected fault on the $1.5 billion Hubble telescope. Their wingspans were comparable to airplanes, according to a space engineer, and they stood at around 50 feet in height. Their faces were all calm and round. The fact that the Hubble telescope captured their image gave the impression that they were ecstatic. Their smiles betrayed an intimacy as if they were sharing a priceless secret with the cosmos. The appearance of heavenly beings is far from being the first empirical evidence of their existence, as space agency experts pointed out. According to a Russian scientist who defected to the US in 1985, Soviet cosmonauts on the 20th day of the Soyuz flight a few years ago encountered a similar group of cheerful, light-hearted angels. He thinks they'll see millions of angels in heaven. A plethora of proof that guardian angels are keeping an eye on Earth will be made public when the Hubble telescope goes live and the governments of the United States and the Soviet Union reveal the data. After Christmas, the revelation arrives. The timing of the supposed leak of the picture, the day after Christmas in 1994, adds to the mystery. Unveiling this celestial wonder during a season tied to spirituality and kindness raises questions about whether the release was intentional. Many believe the post-Christmas period, when people are more receptive to the mystical, was an ideal moment to capture attention. Some claim NASA made a divine discovery, leading to debate over whether the image shows paradise. In 2016, a similar story circulated about an image of Heaven's Gates, which turned out to be a manipulated Hubble photo by artist Adam Ferris. Ferris used pixel sorting to create art from Hubble images, including one of Messier's 17, which others tied to religious narratives. Despite its tabloid origins, the image sparked interest, though it lacked solid proof. The article that discussed this story described Hubble's repairs, leading to clearer photos of a heavenly city in space. The city appeared luminous, framed by light spikes, which some argue made it look artificial, as diffraction spikes are artifacts from telescope mirrors. These spikes raised doubts about the image's authenticity. However, even with evidence suggesting it's a fake, some still believe NASA may have distorted the image, keeping the debate alive about whether this city is New Jerusalem or just a misinterpreted photo. Unexplained space communications. Yes, it is true that Hubble underwent repairs in 1993. In mid-December, the repairs were finished, and the first photographs were broadcast to Earth on December 26, 1993, according to an article in Asterix Weekly World News, Asterix magazine. If this is correct, then the repairs were finished by December 9, as stated in multiple sources of information. According to the Hubble website, the images were formally distributed, not beamed, to Earth on January 13, 1994 by NASA. This suggests that the shots were transmitted to Earth between December 9, 1993, when the repairs were completed, and January 13, 1994. One plausible date for the snapshot beaming to Earth is December 9, 1993, since it falls between these dates and is so provided by Asterix Weekly World News, Asterix magazine. The first story about the photographs appeared in Asterix Weekly World News, Asterix on February 8, 1994, and a second one appeared on September 10, 2009. None of these dates contradict each other. The 7-person crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour blasted into orbit on December 2, 1993, to conduct 5 days of repairs and spacewalks. The high-speed photometer was taken down and CoStar was put in its stead. They upgraded to the WFPC-2 from the older wide-field/planetary camera. In addition to all that, they changed out fuses, solar panels, and other gear. They completed the task by December 9. On January 13, 1994, NASA made public the initial fresh photos captured by Hubble's fixed optics. The images were stunning and the clarity was superb. Once again, Hubble fulfilled its basic promise as a telescope. Hubble's pursuit of heaven. Think about it, you're staring out into space, and instead of stars, you find ladder-like structures encircling a star that is dying out. The new capture by the NASA/ESA Hubble Space Telescope is reminiscent of the enigmatic City of God discovery. Even though we didn't see the legendary Stairway to Heaven, the similarities between these ladder-like structures surrounding the dying star and the heavenly metropolis hovering in space are fascinating. The Red Rectangle Nebula, or HD 44179, is a cosmic jigsaw puzzle. Its distinctive appearance via Earth's standard telescopes led to its naming. Due to Earth's shaky atmosphere, ground-based observatories were unable to detect this nebula, but the Hubble telescope's unparalleled vision allowed it to unveil unexpected details. This intricacy parallels the complex elements found in the City of God and questions our understanding of the cosmos. The Red Rectangle, like God's city, is a treasure trove of unexpected discoveries. Projections of gas cones form the ladder-like structures that resemble rungs or a spider's web. From the side, it looks like a stack of wine glasses that are completely full of gas. We wonder how the cosmos functions because of these strange traits that the Hubble telescope uncovered. Despite its unusual moniker, the Red Rectangle turns out to be an X-shaped structure, which is even more surprising than the original design. This disproves our prior assumptions regarding the laws of the cosmos. Unexpected forms and structures in both the Red Rectangle and the City of God pique interest and force scientists to reevaluate their cosmic understanding. The Red Rectangle, like the metropolis of God, is shaped by a central star, just like that metropolis. As it dies, the star is forming a distinctive biconical shape by shedding its outer layers. Similar to the unexplained motion seen in the City of God, this gas and dust expulsion occurs at regular intervals. The fact that these features are common serves as a reminder that all cosmic occurrences are related and that there are many mysteries yet to be solved in the cosmos. The City of God and the ladder-like formations orbiting HD 44179 are very different, but both findings show how incredible and unexpected the universe can be. These celestial marvels, caught by sophisticated telescopes, challenge our assumptions and encourage us to delve deeper into the universe in search of the mysteries it conceals. The fact that we are capable of generating such interest in space, which is located millions of light years away, is the most astounding part of this whole story, regardless of the veracity of the findings and their connections to heaven. This was made possible by the Hubble Space Telescope. However, the question of how does it work may arise. The special design and function of the Hubble Space Telescope. The Hubble telescope, perched high above Earth's atmosphere, works in a world with almost no picture distortion. Its purpose is to concentrate starlight in order to take high-resolution pictures and accurate spectra, and it completes an orbit every around 97 minutes. Hubble is able to provide unmatched clarity by overcoming the atmospheric twinkling, which is a problem for ground-based telescopes thanks to its vantage point. Even while Hubble's mirror diameter is only 2.4 meters, it holds its own well against ground-based telescopes that have mirrors that are 10 to 20 times larger. The technological advances and elaborate design of the telescope make it a gigantic and complicated piece of space gear, and these are the reasons behind this outstanding achievement. Since there is a severe shortage of observation time on Hubble, astronomers from all over the globe are competing for the limited supply. Starting with keeping an eye on critical housekeeping duties, the operations of the telescope are carefully designed to guarantee peak performance and data collection. At its heart, Hubble is capable of scientific research thanks to its two categories of equipment. Among its many uses, these tools capture photos and analyze stellar and galactic light, exposing a spectrum reminiscent of a rainbow. The infrared and ultraviolet rays, which are normally obstructed by Earth's atmosphere, can be observed thanks to Hubble's unique positioning. Advanced Camera for Surveys (ACS) and Near-Infrared Camera and Multi-Object Spectrograph (NICMOS) are just two of the many instruments that may meet a wide variety of visible, ultraviolet, and infrared observational objectives. There are a number of mechanical and electrical parts that make Hubble work. Power is generated by solar panels, which are stabilized by gyroscopes, star trackers, and reaction wheels. Then, the telescope is pointed precisely at the objects in the night sky that are being studied. Because of the complex ballet these parts perform, Hubble can maintain its stability for hours or even days, allowing it to record fine-grained observations. Hubble depends on a complex communication network to ensure that its vital data reaches Earth. By sending its observations to a tracking and data relay satellite, the telescope starts this cosmic dialogue. The signal is subsequently transmitted to White Sands, New Mexico, via this satellite. The data then sets off on an epic voyage around the world, traversing continents before finally settling into a massive data archive in Munich, Germany. The incredible spirit of international cooperation that drives Hubble's operations is what truly sets it apart. It's a collaborative effort between NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA. Specialists from the European Space Agency, ESA, based in the United States at the Space Telescope Science Institute and another coordinating center in Munich, Germany, are part of this international effort. With over 15% of Hubble's viewing time under their belts, European astronomers have been prolific contributors to scholarly journals. Remarkable Hubble Telescope. The Hubble Telescope is a shining example of how space exploration has contributed to a vast tapestry of knowledge. We now know more about the universe thanks to its state-of-the-art technologies and worldwide collaboration. As we continue our exploration of space, Hubble will stand as a symbol of humanity's dogged determination to solve the universe's riddles by shedding light on the enormous unknown by careful observation. Things found by the Hubble Space Telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope, launched by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) in 1990, has been providing us with stunning photographs of the universe's awe-inspiring grandeur since its initial launch. Aesthetics aren't the only thing Hubble does. Using its array of scientific sensors, it becomes a celestial observatory that can detect and record light in the visible, ultraviolet, and near-infrared spectrums. Hubble stands out among other observatories in astronomy history for its exceptional sensitivity, which has made it one of the most valuable and productive instruments. US and European space agencies work together to build Hubble, which now floats serenely 325 miles above the Earth's surface. Because of its vantage point above Earth's atmosphere, Hubble is able to make precise studies of the night sky on a regular basis, far outstripping the capabilities of many ground-based observatories. From tiny asteroids crashing into our solar system to faraway galaxies undergoing star formation in the early cosmos, when it was only 3% of its present age, its sophisticated equipment can study events close by and far away. Thanks to Hubble, we have learned a great deal about the structure of the cosmos, how galaxies, nebulae, stars, exoplanets, and other celestial bodies in our solar system have evolved, and much more. Immersion set to begin in the next decade. As it approaches the end of its third decade of service, the Hubble Space Telescope continues to be an invaluable and highly active instrument. Astronomers have used it to produce over 21,000 scholarly articles based on over 1 million observations. More than 1.2 million articles have cited these works, and that number is increasing every day. Because of the breadth and depth of Hubble's impact, its observations are cited in every current astronomy textbook. In addition to providing answers, Hubble has posed innumerable new questions during its 30-plus years of operation, helping to decipher mysteries and broaden our understanding of the cosmos in surprising ways. These anecdotes provide a sneak peek at the fascinating findings and breathtaking photographs captured by Hubble. Although it was not an easy effort, these chosen stories highlight some of the most significant scientific achievements to date made possible by Hubble's observations. The more Hubble looks into space, the more mysteries it will uncover, and the more our comprehension of the cosmos will be shaped by its discoveries. A heartfelt thank you for being here with us today as we come to the end of our journey at Spaceverse. Your support is what drives our investigation of the cosmos. Remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel so that you can continue to explore with us. See you until the next time we cross paths in the cosmos.